This is a list of countries by number of military and paramilitary personnel. It includes any government-sponsored soldiers used to further the domestic and foreign policies of their respective government. The term country is used in its most common use, in the sense of state which exercises sovereignty or has limited recognition. Guide to the list. The list consists of columns that can be sorted by clicking on the appropriate title. The names of the states, accompanied by their respective national flags. The number of military personnel on active duty that are currently serving full-time in their military capacity. The number of military personnel in the reserve forces that are not normally kept under arms, whose role is to be available to mobilize when necessary. The number of personnel in paramilitary forces, armed units that are not considered part of a nation's formal military forces. The total number of active, reserve, and paramilitary personnel. The ratio per thousand inhabitants of total military. The ratio per thousand inhabitants of active military only. As military forces around the world are constantly changing in size, no definitive list can ever be compiled. All of the 172 countries listed here, especially those with the highest number of total soldiers such as the two Koreas and Vietnam, include a large number of paramilitaries, civilians, and policemen in their reserve personnel. Some countries, such as Italy and Japan, have only volunteers in their armed forces. Other countries, such as Mauritius and Panama, have no national armies, but only a paramilitary force. Tooth-to-tail ratio. The numbers of military personnel listed include both support personnel and actual combat personnel. For a typical country, the proportion of this total that comprises actual combat forces is about 26%. This proportion is referred to as the tooth-to-tail ratio. Some countries have a considerably smaller tooth-to-tail ratio. For example, the United States Armed Forces has a tooth-to-tail ratio of 17%, meaning that for every combat unit there are around 5 support units. List by the International Institute for Strategic Studies. Not included in the list are the militaries of Abkhazia, Andorra, Artsakh, Transnistria, Bhutan, Comoros, Eswatini, Maldives, Monaco, Northern Cyprus, Sarai, San Marino, St. Kitts and Nevis, São Tome and Príncipe, Somaliland, Tonga, Vanuatu, and Vatican City. See also: List of countries by level of military equipment. List of countries by military expenditures. List of countries by military expenditure per capita. List of countries by military strength index. List of countries by global militarization index. List of countries without armed forces. List of militaries by country. List of militaries that recruit foreigners. List of countries that prohibit paramilitary organizations outside government armed forces. List of countries and dependencies by number of police officers.